You guys won't believe what just happened. Tom Homan, the border czar, just destroyed AOC live in front of millions, calling her out on what she's doing. And trust me, she might have to pay for it. But that's not all. We've got even more to show you. But first, let's watch how he dismantled her piece by piece.
I've read all these stories this week. Tom Homan insulted AOC. Well, look.
All right, y'all, today we've got one of the most clueless sophomore citizens I've ever seen. This guy is in the Court of Appeals, trying to dodge child support, and his argument? You just have to see it to believe it. I can't tell if he's attempting some next-level genius move or if he completely skipped the common sense seminar. But either way, this is comedy gold. Drop a comment and rate this guy's IQ from 1 to 10. Is he actually making a solid case, or is he just desperate to escape responsibility? Let's dive in and see what's up.
A violent act against a U.S. citizen, were order removed by a judge. We got members of Congress saying it's okay to educate them how to evade law enforcement. We're not making this shit up. We're enforcing the laws enacted by Congress. And we're not going to apologize for it. Not under this administration.
What a powerful speech from the man himself. AOC's little act of mocking Tom Homan ends here, because this is what winning looks like. But before we move forward, let's take a moment to remind everyone where this all began.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy.
This guy is reaching so hard it's almost painful to watch. It's beyond obvious he's just trying to dodge child support. Like, my dude, just step up and take responsibility. And get this, he actually had the audacity to say it's unfair that the state wants biological proof the kid is his. Seriously. That's not some grand conspiracy. It's just basic biology. How else are we supposed to know you're not making excuses to dip out? It's called facts, my guy. Honestly, I don't even think he's a real sovereign citizen. Feels more like he's just using that nonsense as a loophole to avoid taking care of his kid. And that's seriously messed up. Kids need their parents now more than ever. And the fact that he walked into court with a sovereign citizen script to duck his responsibilities, that's next level diabolical. What do you guys think so far? Let's get back into it.
I separate that.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Okay. So should.
And for me, that silence in the room spoke louder than anything. And for those who have no idea what Tom Homan has actually done, the things the woke media refuses to report, just watch this video.
This morning, border czar Tom Homan announced that over the past 24 hours, only 229 illegals crossed over the entire southwest border, down from a high of more than 11,000 a day under Biden and Harris. This afternoon, Homan announced that interior ICE arrests have increased by a whopping 137% under Donald Trump, while arrests of illegals with criminal convictions and illegal alien gang members has more than doubled. The border has become so much more secure under Donald Trump that a migrant shelter in San Diego is now closed. They don't have any people going after receiving no new arrivals since Donald Trump took office. Still, some of the left are doing everything they can do to stop Donald Trump from cleaning up the border mess, including Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
This is absolutely shameful for the leftists to watch because they refuse to face facts like this. And for those wondering, AOC and Ilhan Omar are actually trying to educate people on how to run from ICE using constitutional law. But Tom Homan's response to this is nothing short of hilarious.
So she wants to go out and say she's teaching people the constitutional rights. Yeah, you can call it that, but we all know what she's up to. She wants to tell these people how to evade arrest, how to evade ICE. And we still got child predators we're looking for in New York in her district. People convicted of child sex crimes, people who've been convicted of rape. And she wants to say she's educating them in constitutional rights. We're trying to enforce the laws that Congress enacted. I believe she's a member of Congress. So if they're writing laws they don't want enforced, I can think they got better things to do with their time. But as a member of Congress, you would think she'd want ICE to enforce the laws they enacted, that they appropriate us funding to do, and that's what we're trying to do, and she's making it more difficult and more dangerous.
And I'm just wondering, how did these two even become members of Congress? I mean, shouldn't they be deported back? How do they stand for illegal immigrants while pushing against their own people? Were they elected to represent Americans or someone else? I'm seriously confused here. But Tom Homan didn't just destroy AOC. He also dropped a bombshell on her.
Well, first of all, I think she's, I won't go after her on
Tom,
national
please
TV
do.
because,
Please do.
she
Say
don't-
what's
she
on your
don't deserve-
mind. It's a holiday.
Look, she's the dumbest congresswoman ever elected to Congress, and she proves that every day. And look, bottom line is, I can't believe any member.
All right, so this sovereign citizen is actually out here demanding to see the contract that gives the state the authority to test his biological data. Like, what? My guy, there's no secret contract. The state has the legal right to enforce child support. It's literally part of family law. In most states, if there's a question of paternity, it can order a DNA test, and guess what? That's backed by actual law, not some imaginary loophole. This isn't some conspiracy. It's just basic legal procedure to make sure the right person is financially responsible for the child. I have no idea where he thinks he's going with this, but the law is crystal clear. Pretty sure the Court of Appeals is going to shut this down without breaking a sweat. What do you guys think? Is it obvious he's just trying to dodge child support? Drop your thoughts and let's wrap this up.
I get asked all the time, does it bother you? There's a big part of this country that hates your guts. I don't care. I don't care. Because we got a job to do. You know, I wake up every day for the last 4 years pissed off because the Dwight administration took the most secure border in my lifetime and unsecured it on purpose. Right? I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I ever worked for took steps to secure the border. Even Clinton and Obama took steps to secure the border because they clearly understood you can't have national security without border security. They got it. Joe Biden's the first president in history of the nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. So for 4 years, I wake up every day pissed off. That changed November 5th.
I'm absolutely sure the wokies are going to be furious, but just like he said, he doesn't care. And this isn't new. He's been battling these people for years, standing his ground and saying the exact same thing right to their faces. And let me tell you, this video did not age well.
Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue...
I genuinely don't get why these sovereign citizens think that just by declaring themselves a living, breathing human being, a law is suddenly going to vanish. Like, congrats, my guy, we're all living, breathing human beings. That doesn't mean you get a free pass to ignore legal responsibilities. They act like it's some kind of magic spell that makes everything they owe just disappear. What they think is going to happen? That the court will be like, oh wow, my bad, didn't realize you were human. Guess we'll just forget about that whole child support thing. The logic is so delusional, I'm honestly sitting here wondering where they even get these ideas from. If anyone out there knows, I'd love to check it out because I'm seriously curious about how this whole mindset even starts. Anyway, let's jump back in.
The chair, the time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority. The
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
This is what it looks like when you're a true patriot who actually puts their country first. And honestly, I'd call him a man with both balls and a spine.
Into sanctuary cities, game on, because Pam Bondi's back into place. And Kash Patel is back running the FBI. President Trump brought together one hell of a team, and every time I see one of these people get nominated and take their oath for office, I just get that much more excited. I'm afraid I'm going to have a heart attack one of these days because it just keeps getting better. Sanctuary cities are a sanctuary for criminals. I've read all these stories this week. Tom Homan insulted AOC. Well, look, it's not an insult if it's true. She says Holman has no game, he has nothing on me. Look, you can claim you're educating people according to their constitutional rights. I think she's a long ways away from being a constitutional scholar myself. Bottom line is, we know what the game is. You can claim you're educating people.
I genuinely don't get why these sovereign citizens think that just by declaring themselves a living, breathing human being, the law is suddenly going to vanish. Like, congrats, my guy, we're all living, breathing human beings. That doesn't mean you get a free pass to ignore legal responsibilities. They act like it's some kind of magic spell that makes everything they owe just disappear. What they think is going to happen? That the court will be like, oh wow, my bad, didn't realize you were human. Guess we'll just forget about that whole child support thing. The logic is so delusional, I'm honestly sitting here wondering where they even get these ideas from. If anyone out there knows, I'd love to check it out because I'm seriously curious about how this whole mindset even starts. Anyway, let's jump back in. This guy is reaching so hard it's almost painful to watch. It's beyond obvious he's just trying to dodge child support. Like, my dude, just step up and take responsibility. And get this, he actually had the audacity to say it's unfair that the state wants biological proof the kid is his. Seriously. That's not some grand conspiracy. It's just basic biology. How else are we supposed to know you're not making excuses to dip out? It's called facts, my guy. Honestly, I don't even think he's a real sovereign citizen. Feels more like he's just using that nonsense as a loophole to avoid taking care of his kid, and that's seriously messed up. Kids need their parents now more than ever, and the fact that he walked into court